Hello, Gemini. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your soulmate twin flame reading. So, the weekend that I'm publishing this video, Gemini, there's going to be a half price soulmate read sale. And so if you want a private soulmate reading, so specific to you from your higher self, all about your love life and your twin flame, then all you need to do is click on the link up there. So this weekend, they're not 120 Australian dollars, they're just 60 Australian dollars, which works out to be about 40 American dollars right now, or maybe a little bit less than that. It could be more like 35, 38, something like that. So great time to get one of those readings. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them. So Gemini, I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. I'm going to go into your story, so your love life story, what's going on for you, and I'm going to go into your twin flame story as well, what's going on for them, and see when you're going to come together, what's going on between you. So let's start with you, Gemini. What's going on for you in your love life? Let's see. Oh, you're in a holding pattern right now. You're waiting. Are you waiting for the one? You're waiting for that special person to come in, your twin flame to come in. Meanwhile, you are owning your idea. So this is like you're focused on your work at the moment. You're focused on your money. You're focused on other things in your life, and you're waiting. So I'm really feeling like, Gemini, you've got to a really good place in your life where you are owning your value. You know what you want in a relationship. You're quite happy to wait for it. You're quite happy to get yourself ready in a way, focus on other aspects of your life, and you're just waiting for that right person to come in because you know what you want, and you're not going to settle for less. And it's a great energy to be in that waiting for the relationship while you're owning your ideas. So this is, you're focused on business right now, creating something, your work, something like that. You're focused on other aspects of your life, which is really good energy to be in. That is the kind of energy when your twin flame, your soulmate, comes into your life. So good work, Gemini. And what's going on for them? What's going on for your twin flame? Something quite different. They're judging themselves right now. They're in a bit of a struggle with themselves because I'm feeling like they've been in a relationship recently. I don't think they're in a relationship. I feel like they're free, they're single at the moment, but they're not, they might be free physically, like not in a relationship, but the headspace isn't quite right yet, not quite available for a relationship yet, because they're still reeling from a past relationship where there was judgment involved and there was lack of respect involved. So they were with someone, they weren't really a good match, or maybe they were a long time ago. It could have been a long-term relationship and that kind of grown apart, ended up not being a good match. No, the kind of relationships where you grow apart and then you start kind of abusing each other, really. You start pointing out things that you don't like about each other, that kind of thing. Very judgmental relationship, not a lot of respect left at the end of it. And then they come out of it and they're like, whoa, it messes with your spirit, that kind of thing. When you realize, especially when you realize you've been in a really negative space, and this isn't them, this isn't true to their energy. They're not really like this as a person. And so they've kind of disgusted themselves in a way. They're stooped to lows that they didn't. It's not really them. It's not really them to do that, but they were just in this situation where they shouldn't have been in that relationship, and it was just like the push to get out of it kind of thing. So they're not happy with themselves right now because of that relationship that they were in. They didn't like the person that they became. They didn't like the person that they will become in that relationship. They didn't like the way it made them negative, but it was a good thing. They had to be negative about it because they needed to get out of it. They needed to get out of it, and so that was the shove for them to get out of it. So they're kind of beating themselves up right now about this. So, Gemini, if you met them already while they've been in this energy or while they were in that relationship, you might not have thought much of them, and they weren't thinking much of themselves either. And so this could be someone that you met, but you weren't that impressed with. Or maybe you met them and you recognize them as your twin flame, but you weren't happy with what they were doing. I don't know. I'm picking up you either have met them, you're not that impressed, or you just haven't met them yet. It's unlikely that the universe would put you together when you're in this. And maybe you are waiting for them, maybe they weren't available, or you've met them and that's what you're waiting for because you realize that they're the one. But anyway, they're in a bit of a mess right now with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with the way they handle things, although I'm not hearing that there's anything wrong with the way that they handle things. You know, as human beings, when we're in relationships, we tend to try and stay in them and make them work instead of, you know, just letting go of them straight away. And there's good reason for that, right? And so they stuck in this relationship probably past their time. And that's when we get negative about it, right? Because we're listening to our guidance, and our guidance is saying that person isn't right for you, so I'm going to make you feel frustrated and unhappy and angry and all of those things. So they haven't done anything wrong. They're just maybe a little bit slow on the uptake of the guidance to break that relationship off, but they're feeling bad about it. So they've got a spiritual side and a strong emotional side to this person. Not happy with themselves right now because of the negativity, but they're going to get over it, you know, they will get over it. And so back to you, Gemini. Okay, so you're in the waiting thing. You seemed ready when I first saw those cards because you focused on something else, but you've got something mirroring going on here because there's something about your past, something really similar to what's going on with them right now in your past that you haven't let go of either. So they're doing it in the moment, they're beating themselves up right now, but you've got something like that in your past too that you haven't fully processed yet. So something you're beating yourself up about too. So what are you feeling guilty about? What behavior in past relationships, Gemini, are you not happy with yourself about? You need to sort that out now too. While they're doing that, you do that too. Look at this too. You know how I said, like, we mirror each other. Twin flames mirror each other. Their cards, your cards. Look, blue, orange. You've got a bit of a mirror thing going on there, even with the colors. So you make that connection. Like, even if you don't know this person, I'm telling you that that's what they're going through right now. And so you can go through that similar kind of thing with about your past relationships too. Doing that healing work, being okay about the guidance that you got. I already explained it about them, so you know what's going on there. So you're not just waiting, doing nothing in your relationship game kind of thing. You are letting some past stuff go so that you can be ready. Oh, excuse me. Your twin flame got the respect card again. They're really not respecting themselves at the moment. They're criticizing themselves heavily. They're hard on themselves. They need, oh, excuse me. It's not corona. I just swallowed and it went down the wrong way. Yeah, they're really hard on themselves. They're really hard on themselves, criticizing themselves. They need to learn some self-love. They need to go easy on themselves. They're really beating themselves up right now. Yikes, poor thing. So I'm guessing what your next cards are coming out because the last ones are a mirror. What's coming out now? Self-love? Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. You're probably doing okay with your self-love game, Gemini. You've got gratitude and guidance, right? This is about the past. This is about the past that you're letting go of, right? So you see yourself beating yourself up about the past too, even though you're not doing it in the present. You've done that in the past, and there's still some residual energy in that about that past relationship. You're still feeling guilty about it, the way you behave, the maybe staying in it for too long, that kind of thing. Something really similar to what they've got going on, but yours is further in the past you haven't let go of yet. Now, this is saying you need to get yourself to that point where you're grateful for that past experience, and this is going to help them too. So any energy that you're holding, your twin flame is going to pick up on. And if you are doing that inner work of looking back in the past of that relationship that you have let go of the relationship, but you've not let go of the negative energy that you've got toward it, specifically how you behaved in it. You're still feeling a bit guilty about that too. It's not that anything was particularly bad. Maybe you just held on to the relationship a little bit too long, so you got to the point of really disliking them. It could just be that, right? And so you've got to get to yourself to the point of being grateful for that past relationship. If not only that you know what they're going through right now, that could just be it. You know, you could get to a point of gratitude, of saying, I'm so glad for that past relationship. I don't feel guilty about it anymore because now when my twin flame comes in, I'm going to know exactly what they've been going through, right? Remember, respect yourself, because this is what your twin flame is having trouble with at the moment. Look at this. This is their cards. They've got Judgment separates respect. Respect, criticism. They're beating themselves up because they're thinking that they've been disrespectful of their ex, right? And so the more you can get into gratitude for your ex and let go of that guilt, let go of the feeling bad of the way that you behaved, maybe the judgments that you made on your ex and the criticism that you had for your ex. The more you respect yourself, the more they're going to pick up on that energy and get the benefit. So this is saying like you're so intricately tied, you two, you and your twin flame had really similar experiences. Of course, you mirror each other. So any healing that you do right now, they're going to get the benefit of. It's going to make it easier for them to do it too. They're going to pick up on your energy. You're together in your dream world, and in that fifth dimensional place in your dream world, you're together. And so anything that you do is going to help them out. So you can really benefit yourself and them right now and your relationship by following that guidance to get to a point of gratitude for your past relationship, and even more so because it's going to allow you to understand where they're at right now and what's going on with them. Okay, they're in a bad place at the moment. They're judging themselves. They're kind of not respecting themselves for the way that they behave. They're criticizing themselves. Yeah, they're looking for a new approach. They don't want to do that again. So they're resistant to get into a relationship right now because they don't want to experience that again. Oh, scary, scary. Not just scary, but they don't want to beat themselves up anymore. They're feeling like a failure. They're like, how can I have a relationship when I failed in that relationship so badly that I'm really not proud of myself. I'm not proud of the way that I reacted. I'm not proud of what I did in that relationship. So that's their self-communication at the moment, and maybe they're talking to you with this communicate card. Maybe you already don't know each other. Maybe you know each other already and they're communicating that to you. They're looking for a new approach. They're looking for a new way of being, in relationship. They just don't want to do that same thing again. They need to love themselves instead of beating themselves up. Because I really don't feel like they're going to find that new approach to relationships in the energy that they're in at the moment. They need to heal themselves first. They really do. So this isn't happening in a hurry. The more you heal yourself and let go of that past stuff, it's going to help them for sure. But this doesn't feel like it's going to happen very soon at all. Just because of their energy, they're really going through it. Very sensitive person, emotional person. Not sure what sign they are, Gemini, but they're certainly more emotional than you. You're more straightforward. You're going to be able to let go of that past a lot easier than they're doing at the moment, which is why it's like you can sort that out easier than they can. Perfect in play, right? So yeah, while you're waiting, you're focused on other things, which is a good thing. You're focused on business. You're doing a little bit of like letting go stuff. Letting go of the past, of relationship stuff, just to be ready, but you're focused on something else. That's perfect for you. You can play, you can have fun in your life. Have fun focusing on your work and things like that, on your home life. Yeah, big as I said, because they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. Let's get another couple of cards for them. Oh, but this is good. It's a positive note to end on. They're gonna get there. Don't worry about them. They're gonna get there. So they've got to get what I want and encouragement. So this is their higher self saying, look, they needed to break free of that relationship, and they actually need to go through this process that they're going through because they do want to change things. They want to have something different than that, as I said. They've got this find a new approach. They want a different kind of relationship than the one that they had. They want like the true connection. They want that true spiritual connection. And so this is good that they've been through this because they've realized what they don't want. That wasn't a very spiritual connection. They want so much more than that. They know what they want now, and they're kind of encouraged. They're being encouraged by the higher selves to get to that point, that new approach to relationships. So this is not a bad thing that they're going through at all, because it's really showing them that they don't want that same again. Yeah, they don't want the same again. They want it differently this time, which is going to propel them to actually looking for you instead. I don't think you've met each other. For those of you that are watching this, I don't think that you've met each other. Now, of course, this could be the either way around. That could be you that's going through that, and that could be them. Sometimes it happens like that it's the opposite way around. So just take it that way if it is the opposite way around. Also, you're mirroring each other a lot, so it could be a bit of both. There could be a mixture of both of them in there. But yeah, I'm picking up, it's probably going to be more toward autumn, fall time, if you're in the northern hemisphere. So I would say toward the end of the year, or yeah, the last 6 months kind of thing, rather than any time soon, just because of what they're going to. And you want them to be really clear before they make a move on you. I don't think the universe is going to bring you together right now, not while they're in that. And anyway, you're good. You're good as you are. You're having fun. You're focused on things. You're focused on good things in your life. You're happy to wait as well. As I said, you're clear on what you want. They're getting there. They've heard that energy. Their soul's heard that energy that you know what you want now. You're waiting for it. And so they're stepping up, which is why they'll have broken free of that relationship. And that could have been last year that they did that. But they're still very much in that self-judgment about it. But they're moving toward what they want, so that's great. They will get what they want. They're going to get you. They're going to get you in the end. They're just getting on the same page as you right now, which is a great thing. And they're encouraging themselves. So they are getting in that positive frame of mind. So you're doing the right thing, Gemini, in waiting for them. It's going to take them a bit of time, but not too long, hopefully. I do think that they're focused on it. It does feel like they're focused on that. Really focused on their relationship stuff at the moment. So good news for you. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel, Gemini. Does that resonate with you? Is that your story? You let me know in the comments. Remember, I've got half price soulmate reading. So if you want me to go into more detail about your specific story, then you can get one of those this weekend for half price. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.